Well, the scenes you're about to look at are all videoed by me and my assistant. Actually, I'm his assistant, Timmy the Fox. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoy the video. Should be pretty good, huh, Tim? Yeah, it should be pretty good. Okay, hope you enjoy. Here comes the king. Hey, Tim. At my side, protecting the animals at all times, is my pet fox. He's a wild fox. His name is Timmy, and I've known him since he's, well, about 11 years ago, when he was just a wee little baby, and he ran away from his mother and father and came over and promptly peed on my shoe. And he was just like a little son to me, so I named him Timmy the Fox, and he's been with me the whole time. We're pals. He's an absolutely wild fox, and he lives out here in the very harsh wilderness, and he's quite a carnivore, aren't you? He really takes care of business. And he and I patrol the grizzly sanctuary together and try to look after the animals and protect them from poachers. Timmy doesn't quite know about that, but what he doesn't know doesn't hurt him then, huh? Thanks for being at my side, buddy. I certainly do love you. Ding! That's my fox. He's my friend. View from my tent? The cross fox. Hi, Banjo. Here's Timmy. Timmy, what do you think of Banjo? You really produced a wild one there. This is the king of the north, and that's the prince of the north. That's Banjo, and these are the future stars of my work. Well, he's the future star. Me and him, we're the aging individuals. Banjo's here wrecking things. Who's going in that tent? Get out of that tent. Get out of that tent. What did you do with these boxes over here, huh? What are you doing with those boxes? Why can't you be like your dad over there? Tim, you have an extremely awful son. He's a monster.
What an amazing story, and I'm able to learn it. So beautiful. The great one, Timmy the Fox, is an integral part of my life's work and its success.
I love you, King. Now, these foxes can run, according to the World Book Encyclopedia of Animals, to 42 miles an hour. Bears to 35 miles an hour. She usually lives about 7 or 8 years, but a top age has been known to live for a fox to 14. They have several pups, anywhere from 4 to 8 pups, as I understand it, and it could be a little bit more on one side and a little bit less on the other. Pups are usually born at the end of May, beginning of June, the very first day or two of June. However, I believe that her pups were born earlier, because they're very big already. Yeah.
This morning I asked myself this. You could be with a beautiful woman, or in banjo country, with the twippy, delicious pups. Banjo country. Women come and they always go. Banjo like a diamond is forever.
Well, Iris's alarm has been going off for over half an hour. It's a little late in day for it, but it usually means a wolf or a bear, something very dangerous. And if it was that vigorous of an alarm, that much barking, there was certainly trouble. The question is here, are the pups okay? Very clearly, here in the Grizzly Sanctuary, there are fresh wolf tracks, and the foxes, my pack, are in great danger.
Wolves are the sworn enemy of the foxes. They would kill, maim, eat any or all of the fox family. I only saw one of the baby foxes, and the adults were acting scared.
It's the first time I've ever seen a dead fox, and particularly a dead baby fox. It wandered too far from its den. The wolves came in last night and terminated it, hacked it in half, left its upper body and its head. Because I'm like the foxes and part of their family, it affects me so deeply. It does not make villains of the wolves that killed the little baby. They killed to survive. They're carnivores. At least this animal lived free and made the choice to wander from its den. And it cost it. It cost it everything.
I've made my way to the Center Creek Tide area. Bears were in abundance. walking right up to us was a wolf. I freaked. A few days ago, a wolf brought terror and death to Banjo and Iris's family in the Grizzly Sanctuary. Was this the wolf? Very possible.
That's a tourist boat full of tourists to invade the bears. There's another boat with a beaver or an otter next to it, full of tourists to invade the bears. How they can handle this? How can they adjust? Years ago, all alone out here. Now, an armada, an invasion. So sad. So sorry to all the bears.
The feds came over and, of course, f***ed with me, told me I had to move tomorrow or trouble. So I've got to leave this beautiful camping spot. Anyway, I'm exhausted and bummed. A key is this. I hate being told what to do. The first blessing my life in the wilderness had yielded was absolute freedom. Now it's gone. Moving to the raging river wilderness, I felt a stab of panic. But I have learned out here to have a healthy mind. You have to exercise it by replacing bad, sad, depressing thoughts with happy, healthy ones. The fox pack helps keep such feelings away. The foxes are hilarious, faithful, and consistently entertaining. Took me some 6 hours to move camp. My campsite is up on the far end of the narrow strip of woods, in the woods.
I'm here in the raging river wilderness, in this secret pathway built by grizzlies and accompanying moose and wolves. It's really cool. It's really cool. You know, I don't know what's going to happen to me on this trip this year. I'm not feeling really good and stuff, but these are the best times. And I'm alone, and I'm not talking to any people, any humans. There's just animals around. There's really a good chance this year that I'm actually going to die or something. And if I do, well, I do it with the love and devotion in my heart for this work and for these animals and for something I just know is right. I just know it's good. I know what I'm doing is good. So I'm very thankful. This is what I do here. This is what I do. This is what I do. I love it. Holy, we just had this huge earthquake. It's still shaking. Too bad I'm away from the foxes. They'd be scared. It's still shaking. Huge earthquake. Oh my God. Gotta be a 6 f***ing like I'm in a. It's still going. Oh my God. It's so f***ing strong. Stuff falling down. Hear it? Wow. I'm like dizzy from it. Well, I guess there's nothing else to do here. Wow, it's beautiful. Look how beautiful it is out.
Move my tent onto the prime cut of the big green, away from potentially falling tree branches.
Welcome to my camp. It's Banny. Welcome to my camp. It's Banny. Welcome to my camp. It's Banny and Iris too. Welcome to my camp. It's Timmy. Welcome to my camp. It's Timmy. Boy, everybody likes you, Tim.
An amazing thing happening was Booble. She was living in the scrubby beach weed area in plain view of my camp. Booble was the first bear that I befriended, and the promise by me to be good began with her. Years ago, she was a golden brown ball of fluff, about the size of a carousel pony. Her shiny, shaggy coat was flecked with blonder tips that glittered in the warm light like an angel sprung from an artist's canvas. I made a vow to her and to myself. Now she's right here again, nursing beside my tent. Rather strange, beautiful, and appropriate. She's reminding me, keep your promise, do good. A moose woke me up this morning, much nicer than an earthquake. I believe it was dear old Rutherford. Couldn't actually see the fellow, but it was close. The moose did that typical throaty bullhuff call, September tradition. I dragged my video camera and tripod into a hopeful position to see the great moose. Sure enough, Rutherford popped out in the small, open, marshy valley below. He's so cute. Rutherford's in his rut looking and calling for a mate.
Well, a very dramatic discovery here in the raging riverside of the Grizzly Sanctuary. Here where there are lots of moose, it appears a moose poaching operation. This heavy bar put across here, tied on securely so that you can cut up game such as moose, possibly bears. Some people were here for a while. Wood set up to heat, but clearly this is a poaching operation and Grizzly People has discovered it. I am looking for evidence of dead animals here, but I would say most likely that they would remove every bit of animal from here. So I have not been able to find that as yet, but I'm still going through the woods trying to discover things. Might find some carcass, something. Something bad went on here though, there's no doubt. I am hidden here, hidden in this jungle, hidden from poachers, hidden from the government, hidden from all people. It builds a great deal of paranoia. When I hear the slightest human-type engine noise from the distance, whether it be boat or plane, I scatter, hide underneath the jungle and shake. And it's sad. It's sad to know that most anything that comes in here wants to take advantage of the animals. And if that I'm going to be able to protect them, I've got to be able to hide and be a witness and only come out, only appear when they're about to hurt the animals. Were you telling your kids to go home? They can't be out here taking a bath with me?
The beautiful pups showed their lineage in the cross-fox colors of Iris and the spirit and energy of Banjo.
I am here at the historic den site of Timmy the Fox and Kathleen Fox. Banjo and Iris took it over a couple of years ago. Unfortunately, Kayla the wolf has hit it. Unaccounted for is Banjo. Unaccounted for is Iris and her little baby, Emerald.
Something weird happened later, kind of a miracle. I was exhausted and hungry. A red fox emerged from the brush about 25 feet from me. This was Banjo, Prince of the North.
I'm here with Banjo. Yay! It's Banjo and I, yay!
Though Banny had come to find me, he wasn't content to hang out and insisted I follow him pronto. Banjo leads me toward the raging river. I leave everything out, like open camera bags. I took the video camera. We jogged, ran to the big green, to my old camp. Then Banjo huffed a beautiful call for me to follow.
Let me tell you what's happening right now. I'm with Banjo right now. This is Boy Fox, and he's leading me to his den. He's making me come with him. I'm all the way on the other side of the raging river. I'm in the Grizzly Sanctuary. He's leading me somewhere. I don't know. Well, we've hit some high shrubbery here. Banny tried to stay with me, but he's faster. I'm trying. It's beautiful in here, though. It's around here somewhere. I'm breaking the flowers. Okay, I think we've made it. I think we're getting warm. That is a fox den.
Found a foxhole, perhaps a side den for safety and escape. Definitely not the main home for Banjo.
It doesn't look rather freshly used, though. But I'm in the area.
As I stepped back, a young fox peeked from the woods. Banjo's pup. An absolute gorgeous baby fox. Life on my expedition had gotten a gift. Not only had Banjo survived, but his baby Emerald had too.
The question remains, where was Iris when I came back here? I searched and searched. Something big happened here. Did the wolves come in, Wolverine? Something big came. Something wicked came to them. Well, unfortunately, it appears that Spirit's mom, Iris, has in fact passed away. But Spirit was brought on by both Timmy the Fox and with Iris. So here is the new queen of the Grizzly Sanctuary. Iris's baby, Spirit. Okay. Spirit is a little bit of a wise guy, as you can see here. You're a handful. You're a handful. Come on, can we just do the take? Can we just do the take? Come on, let's try again, okay? Let's do another take. Could you just sit down? Quit trying to go at the pack. There's nothing in the pack for you to have. There's nothing here. Just lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Ouch. Oh, you're a wild one. We're having an earthquake right now. We're having an earthquake right now. Oh my gosh, it's really, really, really shaking. Oh my God. The ground is still going. Are you guys okay? Oh my God, look at the walls up there. Coming down. It's still shaking. It's kind of scary. Look at the wall coming down. It was a huge earthquake. And now we have to be careful about tsunamis. Oh, that's the biggest earthquake I've ever been in. See how the bears are doing. They're sitting down. It's okay, kids. Check on the boxes. Oh my God, it's huge. Are you guys okay? You okay? Where's Tim? It's okay, I'll take care of you. Where's Tim? Timmy, you okay? All right, just lay down, I'll take care of you, it's okay. Oh, okay, I'm gonna listen to the news now and hear about it. I think it's gotta be a 7, gotta be a 7, gotta be a 7, holy sh. Could be an 8. Oh my God. Sit down. Can you sit down for me? Behave yourself. Stop fighting. It's better. You sit down. Tim, it's okay. Ouch. Stop biting my foot. Okay, gotta tune in. We've got a broken side thing here. Here they come!
The radio reported a 6.4 or 6.5 and centered close to the Grizzly Sanctuary. Lasted some 60 seconds. Frickin' amazing. Well,
you've traveled to grizzly country and you're wondering, are there bears actually present? bears will give you some clues that they're actually around nearby. Here's two right here. We have a log that's been torn apart, freshly torn apart by grizzly bears. And then also right here, fresh scat, dropped in the last, 12 hours. The scat is their feces. When you see a clawed up log and fresh droppings, you know bears are around. It's time to be aware. You are in grizzly country. Our camp is being invaded by a bear. He's not too far from here. We're all on alert. We're on alert. There's a bear very close to the camp, to the fox den, and this is passing through. We're all on alert. There are dangers with camping in these kind of areas. The danger is that the bears are very confident. They own the night, they own the woods. And they become very stealthy underneath these woods. And things like your tent can be a target, and things like the fox's fixings, the little carrion and various items that they bring in become very attractive. And we had that happen. We had a bear come in, and I tried to force him out, and he pretty much stood his ground. Pretty much stood his ground. It got very rough. I'm here in the big green right now with Mickey Bear. That's Sitka, then Juno over there. What's very interesting is Sitka and Juno are not able to dine in the sedge fields with any other bear. They're pushed out. They're the lowest on a totem pole. And although they're getting a little bit pushed here, they're not afraid of Mickey. Mickey is a kind bear. Mickey knows when to push the button, though, when he's going after a mate. He knows that Sitka and Juno are not threats to him. So he's just going to come through and look. Notice how Sitka and Juno are not fleeing from him. They're moving aside. They're being respectful. But they're going to be staying nearby. They enjoy the company of Mickey. Mickey gives them some stature, some security. These are two late subadult members of a subadult gang. They are marauders, they are rough, they are fun, and they are sometimes very deadly. Anybody who knows their salt about bears realizes that in a non-hunted area, the bear that is truly dangerous is not the mother and the cubs, not the old male, but the up-and-coming subadult, as these members are.
Research has told me that many times subadult bears group together for protection, almost like young human gangs. They can get ornery, even dangerous. They take turns playing and testing one another.
It's too hot. Leave them alone. Why you have to Sitka and Juno? It's a hot day. You don't need to be bullying Sitka and Juno. It's okay. It's okay. You leave them alone, big bully. Leave them alone. I think what you just saw was me protecting Juno and Sitka. Well, they've given me so much over the years, and I love them, and it's a hot day. And they're pretty fussy today with the heat, and Along comes this bad news bear over here, who I'm not even quite sure who it is, and he's pushing around Sitka and Juno. He's actually coming back again. I've got to go swing back in action. Hey, I don't want you bothering them.
With no weapons, or even bear mace, one has to be extraordinarily in touch with the way of the true bear.
The bad news bear went after Sitka and Juno again, so I went to give some buffer, some help for Sitka and Juno. You stop being a big bully. That's my gift for you for the year. Come on back to the water.
These situations do not mean that I'm f***ing with the bears or their natural way. I'm so part of it, they include me, even if it could mean my peril.
There's our boy, back out in the field, as requested. Thank you very much.
I had only one rule in the event of an encounter. If it was a sub-adult, I returned its aggression by charging back. With adult males and mother bears, the best strategy was to offer them as much personal space as possible. Sure enough, Garth began to stalk after me.
Go back to your business. Good.
I was not scared, but concerned. Heavy pounding paw stomps, closer and closer. The giant stood up and rubbed his back on a pine tree. I've seen that behavior before. It's a warning in pre-aggression, possibly attack. I was in a heap of trouble.
Hi, Big Garth. Hi, Big Garth. Hi. How are you? It's okay. You're the boss. It's okay. You're the boss. Good boy. Go back down to the field. You're the boss. Good boy. Go back down to the field. Well, I think you just saw why I get paid. Well, I don't get paid the big money, but why I'm considered cool amongst the big bears. That was Garth, and he was just presenting me with a bit of a challenge there. He rubs his back up against the tree, scents himself with his odors, and then he comes forth with a bit of a challenge. Had I not spoken to him, he would have kept coming. And now, Garth, well, he's back out in the field. As you can see, it can be very dangerous.
I really shudder to think what would become of another human who followed my way. Unless they also knew exactly what to do and were absolutely fearless of death and injury, it would probably be tragic. Massive run of salmon. Suicide run. Nowhere near enough water. Need bears to come and stop it. Come, bears, come soon.
What I call false run of fish. That means fish that are trying to go up the creek, get to the magic lake to spawn, and false run because they actually cannot get there. However, this is an excellent time for bears to feed off of these fish and to get some sort of fat and to get some sort of nutrition. These are sacrificial lambs here, these fish, for bears to survive. And we're wondering who is going to be the first bear on the scene? Who will be the first bear on the scene here of this false run? These are beautiful fish, and every one of them are needed up there in that magic lake. And I just want them to have a chance. And if there's not enough water, you just wonder why genetically they go. But they do. Their bodies tell them, go, 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 we gotta make it. And then they don't. These fish have got to wait in the lake for the water to come back up, for another rainstorm. And the only way that's going to happen is if a bear gets here. The bears would stop this run. They'd eat some of the fish, they'd get full, and it would be cool. But it's not happening. It's not happening. And I'm so upset for the fish. I'm so upset for the bears. I'm so upset. All we need now is a miracle. All we need now is a bear to come along. I'm just hoping, please, please, please. Bear, get here soon, get here soon. It's sad. I feel sorry for the fish. I feel sorry for you guys. Don't you know what you're doing? Friggin' upset right now. I'm just so friggin' upset. There's all these fish are just going, running for the lake, and there's not enough water, and they're going to their death. It just sucks. I've constructed a runway for them, a navigational trail. I've pulled all those boulders aside, all the way going towards the waterfall. Have I messed with nature? You could say that, but I believe that nature's already screwed with. It's already screwed with by overharvesting of fish, by global warming that is destroying conditions for salmon to be able to survive and thrive. And also the water is dirty in itself. There's also a question about the salt content in water. Is it too high, is it too low, and what has man done to that? Man has screwed up this earth, and I am just trying to give back to the bears, to the fish, to all the animals by helping them with this run. The more fish that can make it, the more fish that survive and go on to spawn and create new fish, the better off all the animals in the Grizzly Maze are going to be. It is my contribution. These are the fish that I watched over and made sure that they got here so that there'll be a future generation of fish 4 to 5 years from now in the cycle. Look at you guys. I helped you. Hi. So cool. There's lots of you. It's a horrible fight. Oh my God. The bear's gonna get killed. Oh God. It is something how throughout all the commotion I can stay calm, because I certainly can't seem to stay calm in a city or in the rest of my life, but I stay pretty 007 James Bond cool out here. If I do say so myself. It's it's pretty damn silly. Oh, I just love that gallant bear. Took a real licking. I was scared for him. Wow, that was the most violent fight I think I've ever seen. Good boy. Good boy. It's 4 o'clock in the morning and the wolves are back. The wolves are back. The wolves are back. Oh, I'm scared. Not gonna let my babies down this time. You okay? Are you scared? Where's your babies? Where's your babies? I'm very scared for these babies. You okay? I'm not gonna let you down. Don't come near us, wolves. Don't come near us, wolves. I'm watching the babies. I'm taking care of the babies. Can't kill them tonight. You can't kill them tonight. You okay? I'm not gonna let my babies down this time. Hi, Timmy. Where's your babies? I love my fox babies. Don't you come after them. I got you, kids. Wolves can't come after you when I'm in here. Oh, I love you so much. Where's your babies? I'm here. Are you scared? Go back in a tent. I think just my voice is gonna scare them away, okay? They're not gonna mess with me. No. Oh, I'm scared. I want to see all pups tomorrow morning. It's good morning to Rocket Pup. Outside my tent. What are you doing? Hi. Nice to see you. Good morning. Thanks for coming over. Thanks for waking me up for the day. That's the Prince of the North. It's Banjo. He's been afraid lately. Where's that darn button?
This expedition is like no other. I'm way out of rhythm and have had myriad of obstacles to overcome. I am a good person, yet also on some kind of different edge. I do not know what to do about it. On the one hand, it can be a nightmare. The other fuels my drive to do extraordinary tasks. Want to be kind, yet wild. Push this throttle up. Spoke to one of the rangers. He said that he and the others have respect for my work and devotion, very much so. What will become of me?
to leave you soon. I have to leave you soon, and I don't think it's going to bother you as much as it's going to devastate me. I am such a sap. I am a complete sap. I love you and your babies, and I'm very thankful to you guys, you know? Very, wow. Okay, Rocket, you take care. You've got a little bit of a cough, and I don't know what that's from. Oh, there's a chill in the air. The weather's changing rapidly. I think there's a storm coming. Small storm, but it's changing. Are you scared, little bear? Don't be. I figure that I'm supposed to get out now in 4 days. It ain't happening. The storm's gonna go on and on and on. It doesn't look like I may get out of here for another week or so. To shore up the tent, I put a pole up there, and now I got a tent. That's a pretty good idea, huh? Pretty good for me. I'm still here with my little teddy bear Tabitha Bear, and I think the storm has actually gotten a little weaker, but in the course of it getting stronger, it crushed the wall in and bent some of the poles. And you really can't do much about it because once they get like that, they just stay kind of bent in, and you're screwed, and all that. And so I'm in like not even half a tent, about a third of a tent. And if it sounds like I'm screaming, it's because it's loud in here from the big storm. It blew just about 50 miles an hour on my wind gauge outside, but there were stronger gusts than that. And every time I measured it at about 50 miles an hour, I was getting knocked backwards. At about 40 miles an hour, you start getting knocked backwards. The only time I have a little problem is to go outside and try to do a few things, and I enjoy it out there. But at 40 degrees outside and 50 mile an hour wind, I guess the wind chill's like, you would notice it. No, planes don't fly in this stuff. I saw a beautiful moose yesterday. There isn't any animals out here but me. Put my little garden gloves on. See if I can survive this thing. Yeah, now I'm much better. I do not know how much my tent can handle. That I have moved it into a position. I've built a wind block, and which doesn't work all that great. And I've got things weighted down, and I'm hoping for the best. I see no way of getting back into civilization for a long time. Will I run out of food? But I'm hanging in there, and the grizzlies have taught me how to be tough, and that only the strong survive. And I must raise to their greatness. God, waves are huge. Hey, this is my life. I'm a warrior, kind warrior. Can I take it? Yeah, man. Yeah. I can always take it.
Timmy the fox and I patrolled and played all day. It went on for a long time. I never wanted it to end. Timmy was getting old, and the feds might prevent my work in the future. Was it our last season together? It had been a long, happy friendship. We deserved more. I wanted to be with him until his last breath, and then wave goodbye and hold him as he went to heaven. For Timmy, there just had to be a doggy heaven. Place to play, be warm, well-fed and silly. Timmy loved being silly, and I loved being silly with him. Perhaps there was room in his doggy heaven for a person like me.
That was a fly. I'm gonna kiss you. Oh, I love you. He's the star, he's the star. He's Timmy the fox. He's the king of the north and the star of our heart. Don't anybody go down in that den. Good. I'm here at the fox den. It's getting to be one of my last nights. I love you, kids. There's Rocket and two of the babies, and they're just hanging out right now. Anyway, it's time for the expedition to move on. You guys have taught me so much. You guys have taught me so much. It's really important. I really appreciate it. It's the most fox footage I've ever gotten. Anyway, I go in and out of these waves of feeling really great and then really like introspective and stuff. And maybe I shouldn't be saying all this stuff on camera. But sometimes I just feel very great emptiness and great sadness. I think it's hard. I think it's hard being a lone human here, you know, for so long and everything. But they've made it a lot better. They've made it everything. This will live on, and I'll look back at this as being wonderful. A lot of it's wonderful for me, but a lot of it is difficult. King? King, goodbye. Goodbye, King. I love you. I love you, King. I love you. Goodbye, King. Goodbye, King. Goodbye, King. Goodbye. I love you. I'll be back for you, okay? I promise. I'll be back for you.
The maze is all mine, my secret world. A supernatural world. Very intense, beautiful, brutal, dangerous.
Uh-oh.
To live here for as long as I have, year after year, is quite extraordinary. I am the sole human in the maze. Well, I'm human in form mostly. I can feel the transformation about me. This maze is so powerful.